Yo, KingsDecree here. Great news, everybody! I actually made it. I got over my slump. I crawled out of rank like 1500 elo points, and I made it all the way to rank 9 at 2300. I've been having a hell of a good day today. But I'm afraid that all may end. I climbed over a mountain of discard bran, consume monsters, a weather monster. I actually beat a weather monster. It was pretty crazy. He had that whatchamacallit card, Ragnarok or something, whatever it is, the one that spawns weather effects in all 3 rows. Lubberkin definitely carried my ass that game. But yeah, man, it's great. I know, like, it can get kind of like annoying to hear about like my win percentage swings, but really it's just so, I've never experienced something like this in any game I've ever played. Just to like go from like a 10%, like literally a 10% win percentage one day to like a 90% win percentage the next. Like, I don't think I've even lost a game today, and I've been playing for about 2 hours. It's pretty ridiculous. I think, though, it may actually be due to a change I made in this deck. So before, I had a bunch of medics in the deck, I think. Medics. But I was finding that they weren't hitting as hard as I would want them to. It felt like they were just kind of unreliable and, you know, only really helped in a niche situation. So what I kind of, you know, I sat down and I thought about it, like, why do I have medic in this deck? And I was like, oh, I have medic in this deck because it's a carryover from Reaver Hunter. And usually people would kill the Reaver Hunter and then you'd have no Reaver Hunter, and then you'd use, you know, your medic to get it right back, right? And also medic, you know, kind of applied to more diverse situations over the course of the game. But early on, you want 1 medic and 1 Reaver Hunter in your hand. So I went back to this deck. You know what? We're taking that Reaver Hunter out, right? And he passed me by 1 point. Damn. Okay, I guess I got to pass this one. So what I did is I put in these Radovid Knights. I actually really like this card, but for some reason, I never see it in any deck lists. Like, you can look at the top deck list right now for Northern Realms Radovid, or just Northern Realms in general. They never have Radovid Knights, and I don't get it. I mean, it's just it's a nice wall of stats. It's 8 strength. They can get buffed. It's just, and they can be revived easily. It's just such a, and it's not like some kind of like, you know, it's not a sponge for removal or anything like that. It's just a really reliable card that you can put down and, you know, use it for scouting in earlier rounds as well. Or not earlier rounds, but earlier turns within a single round. Because, you know, I play this 8 unit. He's not going to do anything against it. He's not going to do anything, you know, crazy. I know I have this 8 strength unit on the field. And, you know, it helps a lot with, you know, the Bloody Baron, Lubberkin, of course, and Naniki, just in case you need something to draw out. So I have no idea what that card is. I'm still really struggling with understanding the Skoatal cards. And it's kind of frustrating because I'm so glad I waited to play my my chick here for Lubberkin, Golden Lubberkin. But yeah, I'm struggling with trying to figure out what these cards, and I don't want to just like, you know, have like a notepad off to the side that lists all their traps, but I kind of want to experience it organically in the situations in which they would use it based on actual experience and not just, oh well, you know, roll a dice, take a gamble. They usually use it for this, I don't know. Or take a gamble, this could be it, instead of actually observing what actions they're taking that leads up to that card being played. So I'm going to guess that card is actually... Wait, I'm going to say it after this. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's the card that nullifies spell cards. And then kills the highest whatever unit. So that means I either had to proc it now, or I don't use D-Bomb at all. I don't know what this card that she's played on my side of the field either. Is she? I keep thinking Ethne. I don't know what he's played. This is a little bit troubling because I'm like totally wandering around in the dark here. But anyway, back to the Radovid Knights. I already got the point out of Radovid Knights. It may be newbie, I guess. Maybe it like really gets countered hard, or just doesn't straight up do enough at later ranks. But for now, like I'm pretty sure that one change is the reason why I've been seeing some success today. Damn, I really want to. Okay, I think I'll play. I don't really have a lot of options here.
Uh-oh, trouble approaches.
Oh, there's the trap. When a revealed non-gold unit appears on the row, remove 4 strength from all non-gold units on the row. Wait, what? When a revealed non-gold unit appears on the row, okay, I did that. Remove 4 strength from all non-gold units, but it didn't. Does it even affect? Oh, okay, right. That's not going from 5 to 4. That's going from 7 to 4 or 8 to 4. Damn, is it gonna proc again? That suck. It procced again. It's a good thing I didn't drop down Priscilla, because then I would have lost Priscilla. This is a really... I've never played against this kind of Skeletal deck. Lots of traps. Very interesting. I just have to keep in mind not to use that D-bomb or else I lose. Okay, I really need to pull into... what's it called?
Well, how about a game of
The
Gwent?
Drake. Ah, damn. No Drake.
Uh-oh.
I'll go ahead and go with the buffing anyway. Just to kind of spread those stats around a little bit. Because I have no way of dealing with weather.
Now that's the kind of negotiating I understand.
Alright, so I'm going to go for the Smite now.
Damn it.
Yeah, 14's good enough, I think. I don't want to risk going for more and only getting 1. Okay, I only have effectively 1 card left. What if that hidden card though is not the one that nullifies D-bomb? I think it's too far greater risk for the potential low amount of rewards. So I'm just gonna King of Beggars, which brings up my buffing card, maybe? Yeah, it does, okay. And Roach, I guess. Okay, so 40. He needs to get 40. That's a good way to do it. Oh, it lost its buff, though. It's in-hand buff. Wow, did it actually win this? Oh, my God. That's incredible. No! It was that card. I don't think I'll lose anyway, though. Damn. Oh, damn. No, I'm still good, though. Kind of close. Thanks to Golden Lubberkin. Actually, if he triched that Lubberkin early, I probably would not have won this game. Also, I did relatively smartly play around those Siege Road traps. Wow, man. Feels good. He was like rank 10 as well. Yeah, see, look at that, man. Proof. Rank 9, 2300. We're climbing. Feels good, man. Even on Northern Realms. Northern Realms going to be getting a buff too, man. My faith has been restored. So it used to be about a 30 match difference in my win-loss, but now it's like I've just won like my past 10 games. And it's just skyrocketing. It feels good, man. Take a quick look at the deck builder. And I call this deck Temerian Support. Temerians here, Foot Shoulders. Use that because you want to thin the deck out, and then use the supports to kind of spread your stats around along with Lubberkin buff. Actually, King of Beggars Priscilla is really nice because if you don't draw into Priscilla early, you can use King of Beggars to physically take it out, or physically, very specifically, particularly take the Priscilla out and then play it. She is getting a bit of a nerf, but I think she's still really good with King of Beggars because it's such a reliable thing that you've got going on there. And then Ballistas, this is pretty good against consumed monsters, and also generally just having some damage to put down is nice. Other players, so use Siri to go for that. I don't know if I've explained this deck before. I probably have, but anyway. Just to reiterate, with newfound knowledge, right? Siri, use that for that. You always win turn 1, unless you're playing against another Radovid. Then you play Siri, right? On turn 2, that gives you an automatic 1-card advantage, typically. Some people like to run Prince Stannis, but I feel like there's too much risk in that and not enough reward, because if you have a Prince Stannis and a Ciri in your opening hand, then you have 1 less card to win that round with. And sometimes you do need to use just about every card in your hand to win that first round, which is very vital. And then if you get on turn 3, then you're just giving them free stats for 1 card. And usually 1 card in this deck doesn't necessarily equate to 12. 12 whatever. Sometimes I guess I can see its use for just the pure card advantage, but I think it's a little bit too risky for me at the time. So I put D-Bomb instead. That's kind of the tech card that deals very effectively with Consume and with stacking dwarves. So it's a really nice card. And, you know, it's hardly ever useless because at the very least, you can ungold a card on either side, or you can go for healing a unit, healing one of your units. So it's very effective. And then the Roach, right? Roach is actually so damn good. Like, I was fooled. Like, this only has 3 strength, right? Like, that sucks. It takes up a silver card slot. It's legendary. This card is awful. Why would I want to play this? And also, I don't actually see a lot of it, right? But what happens is every time you play the Bloody Baron, Shawnee, Ciri, or Geralt Igni, you get Roach, no matter where it is. You can't have two of them on the same. You can't have two of them on the same side of the field at once. But round to round, you can just keep playing Roach. Also, this helps a lot with getting your opponent to overplay on turn 2 when you play Ciri. So I think this deck is pretty damn optimal right now. And then two First Lights. I think most people usually go 1, but I went with 2. Also, Lacerate's really good against stacking dwarves and Consume Monster. I considered something like Redanian Elite, but I feel like that's much more of like, I think you have to play with gold-centric strategies in mind to play Redanian Elite, so I'm not really that big of a fan of it. Dunbanner, like Hoverly, is also another pretty good choice because it's immune to weather. I just found that I had too many units on the ranged row, and I wanted to kind of balance it out a little bit. Although if weather does become an issue, then I'll consider it. Blue Stripes, I'm not really a big fan of Blue Stripes. I actually took out the Sergeant, even though I do like this card. I teched in 1 for a little bit, but I was finding that I wasn't getting worthwhile enough support, and also I didn't feel like it was, I mean, whenever it did hit, it didn't hit that hard, and also it's not very reliable, so I just went with 3 Redanian Knights instead. Also, having 3 of each card helps to keep your deck consistent, and also for memorization purposes, like, oh, what cards do I have left in my deck? And this is, you know, not playing with Gwent Tracker or whatever. Otherwise, some people like play Reaver Hunter. I really hate this card. I don't understand why you'd play it. I've thought about it and I thought about it. And it's just, it seems, or I mean, I personally played with it. I just feel like it's far too often like, man, this card is a dead card in my hand. It's only 2 strength. I don't have a unit on the board to pull out, or, you know, it's round 3 and I've already played everything, right? So I distinctly do not like Reaver Scout. Kind of, and it's not like Field Medic. Like, Field Medic is really good with Reaver Hunter. But Reaver Scout is just, I feel like it falls flat far too often. Some people have been playing Promote, I think. And then on to Silver. Just kind of explain why I made the choices I did. Because I feel like I'm actually making, like, I'm not a deck builder in the slightest, but for some reason in Gwent, it just feels so much more accessible. And I would encourage everyone, if like a dumb idiot like me can make a deck and make a deck change that actually increases my win rate, then you absolutely can too. I kind of want to put in Decoy, but that would require taking out some of these really core cards. Like, I can't take out the King of Beggars Priscilla. It's just too strong. I can't take out Roach because he's way too strong with my gold cards. Naniki, I need that for Lubberkin. And the Brack Dragon is just way too damn good to ever take out. And then D-Bomb is my tech card against certain decks. Even though I really like Decoy. Decoy's a fun card. Although, admittedly, in this deck, it's not actually that good. I usually decoy the Brack Drake. And I usually get pretty good value out of that. No Commander Sorn, none of these. I don't need Scorch because I have Igni. Although I would put a Scorch in if I didn't have Igni. So if you're looking for like, oh, I don't have this card, put in Scorch instead. I kind of thought about a Dandelion deck. I may make that pretty soon. Where it's just like unit spam with Reaver Hunter, Temerian Full Shoulder. I'm just really worried that it would be too easy to counter with D-Bombs. There's Prince Dennis. Some people will swear by it. I do not. Soleil is a pretty good card as well. Just, you know, some options that you got here. Actually, the silver slot in Northern Realms is really good. Pretty applicable. Like Ordrin and Dandelion seems like a really nice combo. Maybe someday. I don't put Renew in here because I want that Roach synergy. Also, I don't often find I want to bring a card back. Like bringing back Shawnee or Siri is not actually all that useful. And also, I don't particularly need the Bloody Baron himself. I just need the Lubberkin with Naniki. Although with the upcoming Lubberkin changes, Renew will probably be teched in instead of Shawnee maybe. Because Shawnee won't be able to bring back Lubberkin. And that's pretty much all she's really good for right now. The Mirth Dragon, he's kind of like he's like a control card, but I find Geralt Ignis more reliable and a little bit less. I don't want to give my opponent, like, I like being able to hold my Geralt Igni in my hand for a long time, but you have to play this at the start of the round, and that gives your opponent a lot of room to play around it. So I'm not the biggest fan of that card. And of course, if you won't have one of these gold cards, Geralt, 14 strength, 12 strength plus the 2 of the deck is always a really solid choice, even if it doesn't actually do a whole lot towards your win condition. That's the kind of choice I've been making, my kind of thought process, my rambling, whatever. Anyway, you'll be seeing more of that.